Angel Coughlin with Sacred Space Yoga Studio. We're in downtown Statesboro at 15 Portland Street. You can find us on the web at sacredspaceyogi.com, on Instagram at sacredspaceyogi, and Facebook Sacred Space Yogi. Pretty easy. So I was on a radio show recently called Bulldog Off the Leash, and you can find his show at vetrs.com. And it's a veterans radio syndicate. Awesome show. Check it out if you haven't. We talked about the benefits of yoga as it pertains to dealing with trauma-sensitive issues, PTS, TBIs, other combat wounds, and about a program that we're going to hope to begin in early September called Connected Warriors. And again, that's trauma-sensitive yoga for service members, active duty veterans, and their families. Something that I want to talk to you about today is the sun salutation. We talked about this during the show because it is a great way to warm up the body. It is a great way to introduce people to yoga and to really target the spine in all 6 different directions. So without further ado, we'll just get to the sun salutation. I will be standing sideways so that you can kind of see all the different movements, and I will speak as loudly as clearly as I can. We'll do kind of a variation of sun salute C. We'll stand at the top of our mat, feet parallel, about hips width apart. We're stacking our joints together, knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine so that you can stand up tall, chin parallel to the mat, growing tall to the crown of your head. Just take a couple of breaths here. Breathing deeply and smoothly. Your breath is like the gas in the car. If you don't put gas in the car, it doesn't go anywhere. So we're going to link your breath to the movement in your body so that you can power your body to the movement and you're going to be taking it through. On an inhale, we're going to reach our arms up, coming into mountain. On an exhale, we're going to hinge forward at the hips and come on down. Keep as much of a bend in your knees as you feel comfortable with. You're still going to feel the elongation through the backs of your legs. If your hands reach down towards the mat, release them towards the mat. If they don't, you can hang on to opposite elbow. Allow the crown of your head to point down towards the mat, allowing the weight of your head to pull you down. Take your gaze towards your belly button and gently begin to pull your belly button up and in. This engagement of the core protects your low back. So all those low back injuries, we want to protect that. And breathe here. We're taking it nice and slow. On an inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lengthen through the legs, lengthen through your spine, kind of a tabletop position. Take your gaze forward, set your shoulders onto your spine, look forward with your gaze. Exhale, coming back down, bending your knees, planting your hands, and stepping back into plank. We're going to take a nice long plank here, so your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Spark your fingertips out wide and make contact with all your fingernails. Take your heels and press them back to the back of the room. And engage your belly here again. No saggy belly, no tall peak. Engaging, pulling your belly button up and in, engaging the side and back core. Again, we're protecting that back. And here, just take a couple of breaths in plank. You're going to feel your core activate. Knees down is always an option. Just keep those beautiful lines going. And continuing to pull your belly button up into your spine, press your bottom back into downward dog. Again, fingertips wide, pressing your hands away, your heels towards the back of the room. You can press one knee and the other, stretching through the backs of the legs. Your heels don't ever have to touch the mat, we're just going in that direction. Looking forward in between your hands, walk your feet to meet them. And when you get there, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine, set the shoulders in place. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep up. Exhale, at the heart center, all the way down. And from that, we'll build. We'll go a little faster, breath and movement. And we'll build getting our legs working in this. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward folding. Inhaling, halfway lifting. And on the exhale, plant your hand and only bring back your right foot. We're coming into a low lunge. If this is too much, you can always bring down that knee to the mat. If knees are a problem, you can always put a blanket, a bolster, a pillow underneath your knee. And here, we're pressing our chest forward and out, really digging into that knee. Make sure your knee is directly over your ankle and not going past it. This is going to protect the integrity of our knee here and prevent further injuries. Planting your hands, we're going to step back into down dog. We're going to shift forward into plank. And this time we can take a chaturanga. Knees down, always an option. Keeping our elbows nice and tight, our core active. Shifting forward, elbows nice and tight at your side, all the way down onto the mat. Untucking your toes, rolling your shoulders back. Notice how your shoulder tips come away from the mat. Pressing into your hands, baby cobra. Keep your neck forward and soft. We're not craning back, we're looking up. And tucking your toes, pressing up, downward dog. Leading with your right foot, bend your knee and bring it forward. So you're in that low lunge once again. Knee directly over your ankle, so we're protecting. Pressing your heel back if you're in the full extension, and bringing that knee down. Breathe. You can always place blocks under your hands to make the floor more accessible to you here. Take another breath. We want to bring our left foot forward and meet our right, and hang low and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again, keeping that gentle engagement of the core to protect the low back. And this time, inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, in that heart center. And that is the basic sun salute. A little bit variation, every teacher does it differently, depending on where they're taking your body during the practice. From there, you can move into a warrior 1 or warrior 2. But that is a good way to get our body moving, getting warmed up, continue to learn how to breathe with the movement that you're bringing into your body. Hopefully you found this educational, a little bit of an introduction. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or an email or comment on the video. If you found it helpful, share. You can find us on the web at sacredspaceyogi.com, Instagram and Facebook, Sacred Space Yogi, and you can subscribe by clicking the link above. If you're on a mobile device, the link is going to be below. Thank you for spending the time with me. Blessings.